TGIF and happy Friday. I want to start with a visualization today. So imagine having a front row seat to exactly what the top crypto whales and thus smart money are buying right now, like at this moment. It's kind of like getting a sneak peek into the future of the crypto market's biggest winners, realistically. These whales do not buy altcoins at random. Rather, they very carefully choose altcoins with huge potential before prices spike once again, and they have patience and they go about this whole process unemotionally. So today, September 26th, we're looking at 3 such altcoins that the smart money is absolutely loading up on during the dip. It's not conjecture, it's not speculation, this is based on the metrics. These are not just any coins, they are the ones that the crypto whales are the most excited about. Welcome to the channel. My name is Maddie and this is Altcoin Buzz. TGIF, once again, happy Friday and all the best of luck if you choose to invest. I genuinely do wish you well. But I am not a financial or investment advisor, nor is this video official financial or investment advice. Let's kick off here at number 1 with perhaps a bit of surprise entry in the form of Ethereum. And I say surprise entry because performance has not been great this past week or so. ETH, of course, dropped below 4K. In fact, ETH, as you can see, is down 14% on the month, unfortunately, and the current price as I record is $3,954. It's also possible that the pain could continue and worsen. That is a possibility, I have to admit. But again, that does not stop whales from buying into what they view as an opportunity. Just go back to Investing 101 and the time-tested advice of guys like Warren Buffett and others. You buy low and you sell high. You do not get rich from buying at the top, in other words. And these whales know that. Like I mentioned earlier, they buy very carefully. That's what smart money does. They choose altcoins that have big upside potential and they scoop up their assets whenever there's a dip, whenever there is an opportunity. And that's exactly the mindset that they've employed these last couple of days. We have no fewer than 15 whale wallets that have accumulated a total of over 406,000 ETH, worth over $1.6 billion. Now, these whales profit from the panic selling that everyday retail investors unfortunately reflect. So look, you're the boss of you, but I would suggest that you make sure that you don't get shaken out in terms of Ethereum, because as a project, yeah, it's like I said, been a rough month, been a rough couple of weeks, but their fundamentals, Ethereum's as a project, are still just as strong as before. In fact, the team is working hard to improve the chain. Just as one example here, transaction fees have already come down by quite a bit. There's also a lot more going on. Tom Lee, for instance, predicted in 2017 that Bitcoin would be the new gold. At that time, believe it or not, the price of BTC was around $2,700. So I think it's safe to say that Tom Lee has a pretty good track record when it comes to crypto and foresight in this space. And what he's now saying is that Ethereum will be the next Bitcoin. Now, to say that would be one thing, but it goes beyond, because Lee is putting his money where his mouth is. He has accumulated almost $9 billion worth of Ether. Not him personally, but his company, which is Bitmine. They accumulated almost $9 billion worth. So in a way, and I think deservedly so, he has been likened to Michael Saylor. He is to Ethereum what Michael Saylor has been to Bitcoin. Look, overall, there's a lot of whale activity that emphasizes a lot of institutional confidence. Tom Lee's company is just one example, but collectively, it positions ETH for potential gains in the near term, despite the recent downturn. Quick shout out to Surge here. This is our risk-free prediction game that's available on Telegram. And in this game, you just swipe left or right. You can kind of think Hamster Combat or even Tinder. You're swiping to guess whether a crypto asset pumps or dumps. And in the process, you earn rewards. And actually, hopefully, you can pick up some market skills as well while you're at it in the form of technical analysis. They've also kicked off a weekly giveaway. It's a contest that is super simple. Every week, there's a coin of the week. This time it is BNB. All you have to do is swipe to find it on the Surge app. Once you see BNB, screenshot it and then drop it under their tweet. One random reply wins $50 in USDT. It is super easy. You may as well be the one that wins, but of course, to win, you have to at least participate. So check out Surge, have some fun swiping, maybe snag some prizes along the way. Check out Surge, check out the links as well as the competition details and the Twitter information, X information in the description below. At number 2 here, and a very hot altcoin on this list, we've been covering it recently. We're looking at Aster DEX and the Aster token, ASTER. And this one is totally Binance's answer to Hyperliquid's dominance in the perps DEX space. Aster, again, ASTER, only launched a little over a week ago on the 17th of September. However, and as you can see, it's been doing really, really well. Pretty much the only altcoin that we can talk about with this kind of a performance over the course of the last week. Up, I know it says 3 months here, but it's really just since the 17th of September, up 245% since that time. Right now it's at $1.92, but its all-time high was as high as $2.41. And quite honestly, once market conditions kind of improve overall, we expect this one to hit new all-time highs. For a more in-depth look at Aster DEX and what it's all about, an in-depth analysis and review, check out actually not one but 2 recent videos that we've made on the subject. One video is a deep dive, and the other one is about 4 perp dexes. That list includes Aster. I will include both of those in the description below if you want to take a look, dig a little bit further into this project. But getting back to the subject of whales, this is actually a perfect time to get their hands on more Aster. ASTER, once again, I was calling it ASTR in another video. A little bit of dyslexia there, I guess. ASTER. So, over the last 2 days, various whale wallets have accumulated more than $48 million worth of Aster. This, of course, is indicative of aggressive buying and also growing institutional interest. Whales probably see this one as something pretty reliable and as close as you can get to a sure bet because, of course, we have the support of Binance and CZ. Those are 2 heavyweights, probably as heavy as you can get in this space. Both of them obviously want Aster to succeed. So, again, despite the current dip, ASTER still has plenty of upwards potential. If you think of where Hyperliquid is and the Hype token, if they were to be on par with that particular DEX, the price of Aster would be in the $9, $10 range. So it's a good 5x from here. It's realistic. Altcoins are finally on the move once again after what's been a pretty tough 2025 so far. People are getting the feeling that altcoin season will finally start soon if it hasn't already, which it has according to some. And SWE is having a great 2025 so far, bucking the trend from most of the first half of the year while still growing right now. It has quickly become one of the leading altcoins in this market and is even up over 240% in the last 12 months. And that is for a few different reasons. First of all, SWE is killing it in all the big sectors it supports, including DeFi, where SWE already crossed $2 billion in TVL. SWE also has some of the fastest stablecoin growth of any chain, so that people are using it for real-world pragmatic transactions. Walrus is changing the game in decentralized data storage. Its token launch was a big hit, while Seal and Nautilus make things more secure and more private. And SWEPlay 0x1 has been shipped now, and many people that have ordered it are already playing with it. SWE even has a small but growing meme coin market for the meme coin lovers out there. So if that's your jam, then you're covered as well. If you haven't yet used SWE or haven't done so lately, then come give it a try. And also follow SWE's X account for all the latest updates and announcements. Check out the link in the description of this video below. Last but not least here at number 3, and certainly the lesser known in terms of popularity on this list, I want to talk about Plasma. XPL is the ticker, and this is a stablecoin focused layer 1 blockchain. Now, its mainnet is brand spanking new. It launched only 2 days ago, again, with the XPL token. And pretty interestingly, the backers here are the Tether sister company Bitfinex and billionaire Peter Thiel's Founders Club. And the whole thing is designed for stablecoin transfers and digital payments at a global scale. Of course, with the recent launch of the Genius Act, this is a perfect fit. The timing is also pretty good. Now, similar to Aster, this is not a project that goes back 3 months. It's only been a couple of days, but you can see in that span of time, it's up over 30%. So right off the bat and right out of the gate, there was immediate heavy whale accumulation with regards to this XPL token. It launched around 70 cents, and we're sitting right now, as I record, at $1.21, but the all-time high is even a little bit higher, $1.54. One whale in particular managed to get a $2.7 million public sale allocation. Furthermore, they also bought 50.4 million XPL at just 5 cents. Not bad. Justin Sun of Tron fame, I guess. We haven't talked about him in a while. He's also joined the party. Maybe more accurately, he kind of crashed it because in only 1 minute, he managed to make a $16 million profit by longing XPL, but unfortunately he destroyed the order book and wiped out plenty of other traders. So perhaps just a reminder for the smaller traders out there like myself, I'm assuming like yourself, be careful when you're using leverage. The current crypto pullback is really wiping out a lot of positions, so tread carefully if you do choose to use leverage. And if you do, make sure you know what you're doing. Yeah, the upside potential is there, but that cascading potential for failure is just so immediate and so much more easier to fall into. So be careful. It's a very easy way to get wrecked if you use excessive leverage when trading. But having said that, XPL is a pretty exciting new project, good backing, and it's one that ought to be on your radar. Okay, now kind of rapid fire. I just want to go through, in addition to these 3 altcoins that we've discussed in more detail, I want to go through a little bit more quickly some of the honorable mentions that are out there in terms of whale activity, because there has been a lot going on over the last few days. First of all, there's one whale that bought over $17 million worth of Avalanche, AVAX, which saw recently some actually pretty good price developments for the token. We are down here on the day, but over the last month, it's still up over 9%. And that's probably more than you can say for most other altcoins out there. So kudos to AVAX. Chainlink and the Link token also keeps teasing whales. One actually just picked up 6.3 million more Link, worth about $135 million. Link around its current price of $20. I'll say it again. Still a very good entry point, pretty much a steal, according to me, in my book. And of course, let's not forget about Bitcoin, because for any dip out there, whales just perennially keep buying BTC when there's a discount to be had. Here we see 2 different whales scooped up a total of 8,965 BTC, which is worth about $1 billion. So once again, never financial advice officially, but if you're looking to, mimic investor patterns out there, take a look at what some of the smart money is doing, what the whales in crypto are doing. Study their tactics and their strategies, because if you look at what they're up to, they are not selling their Bitcoin. They're holding it. They're accumulating it on the dips. Perhaps we should all be doing the same. Let me know what you bought during this pullback, if anything, in the comments below. Make sure to also follow us and join our discussions on social media, X and Discord. You can find those links in the description below. And if you're on the hunt now for a new exchange where you can take advantage of some of these market conditions, negative ones, unfortunately, but again, dips are opportunities, you can sign up and avail yourself of all the bonuses that we offer with Bitget. Check out this last video if you haven't seen it already, and also check out the links in the description. That is where you can get your hands on some of those bonuses when you sign up for a new account.